Mark your calendars and join NCCA in Austin, Texas, April 2024. We can't wait to see you there.
Hey, everybody. I am excited to see you. It has been a while. It has definitely been a while. And so while I have your time for this evening, I really want us to begin to focus on transforming ourselves, transforming from the top of your program down to the bottom of your program, from the left to the right, and everything that we do, we need to begin transforming not only just the aesthetics of our program, but we need to transform with who we are and what we do so that we can better serve children and families. Now, for those of you who are just meeting me, my name is Melody. I'm the founder of the Early Childhood Educators Circle Time. That's right, the Early Childhood Educators Circle Time. We are a community that supports those who love, care for, and are there for children, families, and the communities. Regardless of your position, regardless of your affiliation, the Early Childhood Educator Circle Time is a place for you and I to connect, to network, and to be uplifted. Now, our main thing when we are not here where you and I are together, we are serving early education and childcare programs around the country. And before we go around the country, I just have to do a warm check. I have to do a warm check because as an early childhood educator, I started in the classroom, and the classroom is where I will always be, that will always have my heart. And when we are in the classroom, the thing that we have at the beginning of our day is circle time. Circle time is where the children and the teacher come together to build a community. They come together to talk about what they are going to be doing and practicing. There's also the opportunity where they are just there to support one another and to listen. And so every time we have circle time, there's always a theme, there's usually always a word, but the most important thing that there is a song. Yes, there is a song. And here for the Early Childhood Educator Circle Time, we have a song too, and I am going to sing with you. Yes, I am going to sing with you. I've been singing to you and to your friends for a long time, and it is not going to stop. I want to give you the words to the song. It's very, very simple. You probably already been singing it. No, I can't say that. I've just penned it, but it is pinned in my heart. And so, you ready? The words of the song says, "Hello, hello, hello, and how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you." Simple words, simple song, just to boost everyone, just to take an opportunity to just make sure that we all are warm, to make sure that we are excited and that we are ready to receive information. So I'm going to start. I'm going to sing it one time just for you, and then I'm going to sing it again, and I want you singing it to me. Okay, you guys ready? Get ready to start. Hello, hello. How are you? Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. Now, when we sing that song, sometimes not everything is always going right. You know, you've ever worked in the classroom, every now and then, I'm going to tell you the truth, it has been hectic. You may have been short staffed, but you know what? Having that mindset of change, of being transformational, it reminds you to say, hey, that I have control, I have authority over my feelings, and no one can take me out of character. And while I'm here serving the children, I'm going to give them the best that I can. I'm going to be the best that I can because everything that you do matters. So I'm going to sing it to you one more time. And this time I want you to join in with me, okay? You ready? You got it? One, two, one, two, ready, go. Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. And I do. I hope that you are okay, regardless of how your day has went. And if you're catching the replay, if you are preparing for your day, put in your mind and in your heart that I'm going to be fine. No matter the challenges, we're going to get over them. And this is what we're talking about on today, how to handle unexpected challenges during the accreditation visit. Over the past 20 years, I've experienced a lot of challenges. And even now, that doesn't mean, even though I am a professional and I am an expert, and yes, I know the accreditation rules and all of the different standards, but that does not exempt me from experiencing challenges. And that will not exempt you from possibly experiencing challenges. But we have to stick with what we know. And what we know is that delay is not a deny. Come on, somebody. Delay is not a deny. If you are going to get it, you are going to get it. And when you get it, no one can take it away from you. I just want to make sure that over the next 6 weeks, that as we're talking, you're beginning to see yourself in a different light. Even if you're not going through the accreditation process right now, you may go through the accreditation process later. But what you will have are the tools and the skill set that will help you to be a better professional, to show up with that in mind that I'm fine. Yes, you may be upset. Yes, you may have gotten news that you don't want to use. But as a professional, we know that we're showing up for the children, our families, and our communities. And the thing that I love about that, and I'm going to share it with you, is that we have an oath. Yes, we have an oath and a commitment that we need to make to children. But we can't make that oath and that commitment to children if we first do not recognize who we are and why we are here. And when you're serving the children and families, if you're answering the phone, if you're preparing meals, if you're changing diapers, if you are picking up the glass, whatever you are doing, it is important. I want us to remember that everything matters. And how we take on our day is how we need to play. We need to come in saying, I know that I am more than a conqueror. I know that I can do all things. I know that I'm supposed to be here for the time that I am here. And while I'm caring for the children and the families, they're going to get the best of me. Because when we go to somewhere, when we go to a restaurant, when we go to a store, we want the best service. Okay. Do I need to say that again? Because as early childhood educators and childcare providers, parents in the communities trust us to provide a service. So the same expectation that we put when we go out to restaurants, when we go to different stores, we want to have the expectations high. And my order wasn't right, and this wasn't right, and fix this and fix that. Then that is the same expectation that we have to also model when we're serving the children and the families and the communities, especially the children, because we are advocates for them. We are advocates for the children. The parents bring the children to us because they want us to care for their children. And guess what? Whether or not someone called out, whether or not someone showed up or didn't come, you're there and I'm here and we're going to make the best of it. So everybody that's coming on in, hello, Miss Stringer. I'm glad to see you on today. I'm glad to see everybody else. Hey. Welcome back. We have this 6-week series, Unexpected Challenges During the National Accreditation Visit. And yes, on this platform, we're always going to be talking about national accreditation. And the reason why we talk about national accreditation is understanding that in this industry, we have to begin to not only even the playing field, but also bring everyone up to a standard. Regardless of your organization, there are certain standards that apply across the board. Each state has different expectations. But if we, on one accord, begin to advocate and begin to say, hey, this is what we are expecting, this is what we are providing children, regardless of if you are in New York, Georgia, or California, or Missouri, or Nebraska, or Maine, this is what we're doing. And the children are the main thing. So, y'all, I'm going to be here with you advocating. Thank you, Ms. Stranger. I'm here because every state is different. Every state is different. And even though each and every state is different, we can still have a standard. Many states have adopted the NACI Code of Ethics when it comes to working with children. And I believe that is great. And I'm here to say that as a community, we are not just even the playing field, we are raising the standards together. So, y'all, before I tap right on in to what we're going to talk about, I got to give you just a little bit more. I got to give you a little bit more because you matter. The thing I want in the back of your head is how are you showing up for yourself? Handling unexpected challenges during national accreditation, during day-to-day, is based upon how you are showing up for yourself. Do you believe in you? Do you believe in you? Do you believe that you are called? Are you willing to go above and beyond? Are you willing to say that I'm going to be the best professional that I can be? Are you willing to do that? And if you are willing to do that, then it's time for us to move on. I'm going to pop in and off of the screen on tonight because we're going to be talking about those very things that are going to help you. And as I've stated, as you know, for over 20 years, I have been working with programs that are in the process of becoming accredited and or are accredited. And let me tell you, accredited or not, there will be challenges, even after you are accredited. What national accreditation states is that I'm willing to go above and beyond. I'm willing to hold myself to a standard. I'm willing to be an advocate for children. And that this is not a plaything, because yes, we get paid to play, but it's not a plaything. We are here to do what we've been called and what we have been destined to do. And so I want to encourage you that even if you're not going through the national accreditation process, you're saying, oh, okay, I'm not quite ready, or you think that you're not quite ready, I want you to know that I respect that. But the same tools that we're giving to those programs and those people that are desirous of national accreditation, these are some of the same things. Come on now. These are some of the same things that you can do and start implementing in your program. And the first thing I want you to do is make sure that you understand that this is not a race. I have to say that for myself because I also know that success likes speed. Success loves speed. Hey, baby, you see speed, In the dictionary, you might see my face because I do. I like to go fast. One of my favorite movies is Talladega Nights. If you're not first, you're last. And I want to go fast. But I also understand in the midst of going fast, there's a level of quality and assurance that needs to be put in. And I want to make sure that you all are aware that even in unexpected challenges, that a delay is not a deny. Delay is not a deny. For 20 years, I've seen programs overcome and do the right thing. Come on now. Yes, come on, Commissioner. This is not a race. We are all going to get there. We're going to level the playing field, but raise the standards. And how we are leveling the playing field is saying that, hey, I'm going to hold myself and my team to another and a higher and a greater expectation because we are called with a purpose, and that is to serve. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, Commissioner. I'm slowing down. I am slowing down. And this is why we're every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the next 6 weeks. We're going to be talking about unexpected challenges because I want everyone to know that regardless of whether or not you're becoming accredited or not, there are certain things that we need to do in order to ensure that we have high quality programs, regardless. High quality programs. I've told you this before that there are high quality programs that are not nationally accredited. I know for those of you who are just meeting me for the first time, like, oh my God, is she saying that? Yes, I am. There are high quality programs and programs that are doing well that are not nationally accredited. But at the Early Childhood Educator Circle Time, we talk about national accreditation and we're advocates for national accreditation so that we can even the playing field so that across the country, from California all the way to South Carolina, there is a level of standards and expectations that we all have and that we follow regardless of your location. So I'm gonna pop off. You're still gonna be able to see me. You're gonna hear me. And even when you're at work, I want you to also be hearing me too. So we're gonna go ahead and get ready to start. But as I stated, I am gonna pop in and that everything that we go through over the next couple of weeks, you're not gonna get it all on tonight. You're gonna need to make sure that you're saving this video and that you're also sharing this video with someone else in the industry that you love and that you care about. So let me go ahead and pop on off this screen so we can get started. Slide over 1 second. Let me be very transparent with you, and I want you to come up. The reason why I'm talking to you also, and I stated that we need to transform the way that we think. We need to also hold ourselves and others accountable to a higher standard because over my 20 years, I have seen where everybody is not on the team. I have seen and experienced for myself people that will come back in and move things to sabotage the success of the program. Yes, I'm being upfront and I'm being transparent with you. Over the past 20 years, I have seen it for myself. I have also witnessed it when I was on the opposite end, coming into a program to help that program. I know it was there. The director knew it was there, and everybody else knew it was there. But guess what? When it was time to show up, it wasn't there. So when you are preparing for accreditation, when you're preparing for every day, I'm just saying, Commissioner, this is true that there may be people on your team that will try to sabotage the work that's going forth. And that's one of the reasons why you have to think about you and transform your mind and know that you matter. Because when you raise your mind and elevate yourself, you'll begin to see those who are on the team and those who are not on the team. But let me go on back. Let me go on back. Let me come up off the screen, y'all. It just so happened your paperwork grow legs. You can always find it. I just wanted to say that. But you got to stay calm. You got to stay cool because the paperwork will not be the thing that holds you back from becoming nationally accredited. You can send in that paperwork. And there may be times, depending on the situation, where you may be deferred and they have to come back. But again, a delay is not a deny. A delay is not a deny. I'm going to say it to you again. A delay is not a deny. As long as you're moving forward and doing what you need to do, it will happen for you. Get an electronic copy. That is what we provide our clients. We provide our clients to access to a portal where they're able to retrieve their information. And if they need help with anything, they are always able to give us a call and we provide the information for them again. Okay? So we're going to go to the next one. I'm going to come on off, y'all, because 20 years, y'all. 20 years. Yes, I believe in success. Yes, I am driven. Come on, Elder. Delay is not a deny. I am driven. But even I too have been had an off day. I have even had an off day. But that never stopped the progress. You got to be okay with being transparent. And I'm saying that to you because for many years, me, Miss Melody, for many years while I've been working towards this 20 plus years, I used to be so uptight and I used to be so frustrated. And I will be, of course, always transparent with you. I will even get angry. Like, oh my God, what am I going to do? What's going to happen? Relax. Baby, that's a piece of paper. That piece of paper will not stop you from getting what you said. Come on, look at what God has done. Well, look at what God has you doing today. Come on, it's nothing but Him. To God be the glory. But over the 20 years, yes, I'm honest, baby. I had a hot head. I've had a hot head. And I've also had a hard head. And you know what the people say, a hard head. Hello, a hard head. So I'm coming back off, y'all. I'm coming back off. Y'all, it is not the end, especially for those of you that are working actively towards becoming nationally accredited. You're already winning for taking the extra step. Less than 10% of childcare programs and early education programs in this country alone are nationally accredited. And when I say less than 10%, I'm talking about 7% and low. So if you got to submit an extra piece of paper, you don't get out of my face. That's what I'm telling you right now. Get out my face and just submit an extra piece of paper. Get out my face and add one extra step to what you need to do. Come on now. It's not the end, it is the beginning. If we make a mistake, now we know what not to do. If we miss something, now we know to make sure that we have it. And that's one of the reasons why I say, hey, get an electronic copy. Things happen, but it is not the end. Don't be like how I was in my 20s. Don't do that. Be nice. Be sweet. See, because in my 20s, I knew success like speed. I knew it was something. I didn't know exactly what it was, but I knew it was. I know I can do it, and can't nobody stop me, and won't nobody hold me back, and I'm gonna go. Well, that at the same time can make you, and let me be honest with you, because I was also a licensing consultant. Oh yes, Miss Melody has worn a lot of hats. I'm talking in the third person. I worn a lot of hats. And the magnitude of your relationship, of your report, is also going to be dependent upon you. Now, remembering, as with licensing, it's regulatory. They come in there to make sure that you're doing the right thing. With national accreditation, it's elevation. They're making sure that you're not only doing the right thing, but baby, you're going above and beyond. And if you have an attitude, or if you are easily frustrated, as people used to tell me, Mel, you wear your feelings on your face. You unclench your shoulders. Do what you need to do. Go take a walk. It is simple. When I was in the classroom and when I wasn't in the classroom, if I felt myself getting riled up, I can excuse myself. You are not a tree. You're not a fish. You are a human being. You have the ability to walk. You have the ability to roll away. You have the ability to use your mind and say, okay, excuse me one moment, please. Yes, licensing is just regulatory. These are the minimum standards that you need in order to operate an early education in a child care facility. National accreditation, it is going above and beyond. And as we stated before, I'm going to put what you said back up here. A delay is not a deny. If you have to turn in the extra piece of paper, turn that piece of paper in. If as you're going through the accreditation process and you're like, oh my goodness, well, we didn't do 3 of the 20 things, we don't do that. Go into Word document and add in the 3 extra things that you need to do. Do not allow 3 things to keep you back from the main thing. Always let the main thing be the main thing. And if you're going through, and excuse me, when you go through your national accreditation process, have that extra copy, have that backup copy, do it digitally. Go to Google and create you a Google account, Miss Melody's Little Soldiers at gmail.com. And make sure that at Miss Melody's Little Soldiers at gmail.com, all of the most important documents that you're using for your facility are there. Because things happen. If the only copy that you have to prove gets juice or coffee wasted on it, that's like having a missing document because they can't verify it. And then sometimes, I'm just going to be very transparent. I'm telling you what has happened over the course of the 20 years. Document may not have been exactly where the verifier wanted it or what the verifier was expecting. Because going through this process, going through the standards, it is subjective. It is subjective. Just as it is when people work with people, everybody views things differently. And so there are times where they may say, well, okay, well, no, it's not here. But then you have to show them in another place. And you have to be okay with that. Even if they say, well, oh, well, no, well, I want it here. What do you just say? Okay. Because it's nothing but a piece of paper. If you allow yourself or your spirit man to want to start knocking everything over because the verifier said, oh, well, it wasn't right where I saw it or right where I was expecting, because it is subjective. It is subjective. Everybody sees these things and interpret things differently, even verifiers. And I can tell you that because I've dealt with numerous of verifiers, same organization, different states. Things can be subjective. And that is why you can't get bent out of shape if somebody says, well, okay, well, no, that's not it. All right, thank you. Keep moving. The race is not given to the swift. And it's okay. If you miss a piece of paperwork before, I'm telling you from right now, regardless if it's just your state standards and or you're preparing for national accreditation. Besides that piece of paper that you guys have been copying, and I'm gonna be real. Sometimes I've seen it. I've worked in a lot of capacities where you've had the same document that's been twisted and turned it. And I look at me, I said turned it, but retype the document. Now you know that the ink is lifting. Find one of those young students or one of those school agers. Okay, Miss Street, you know exactly what I'm talking about. She's seen it. Y'all been making copies and making copies, and the copy just keep turning. It just keep turning. It started out in portrait. Now 5 years later, it's in landscape. Make sure that your paperwork is immaculate to the best of your ability. Make new copies. It's okay to make new copies. It's okay to change a logo. It's okay to look at the standards and say, hey, we haven't been doing this. Let us add this in to what we're doing. You cannot be or feel defeated. Remember, when we sing hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine. I'm fine. And I hope that you are too. It is about the mindset, knowing that you can do all things. You can do all things. And even if you have to slow up some things, even if you have to backtrack and say, oh, okay, I know now. Because guess what? Just as the same as with your childcare licensing, some programs get visits every 6 months. Some programs get visits once a year. I've worked with a state where the one time they give you your childcare license, come on, all things, Miss Stringer, all things. When they give you your childcare license, that's it. They don't come back out unless something done happens. And I state this because with going through the accreditation process, depending on the organization, you will have to go through that process again. It may be 3 years, or it may be 5 years. It just depends on the organization that you choose. Yes, there's organizations that you have to go and be reaccredited every 3 years. Then there's organizations every 5 years. But regardless of if you had to make some changes your first time, we know when it comes back to reaccreditation, you won't have to do it because national accreditation is a continuous. Every single day, we're striving for the best. Every single day. Because guess what? You're not a tree, but you got the tree of life within you. You know that you can bear fruit. And we are with our deeds and with our seeds for the children and the families and the communities that we serve. We are planting seeds, as the proverb says, that we may never feel the breeze of those leaves. But if we know that we're doing it because we're called, we know that we matter, the time that we spend with those children matter, then it's going to be okay with you to just jump the extra hoop. To know that you know that you know that you know that all is well and that it's going to come. So yes, I'm thankful that you all took out some time to spend with me on tonight. These sessions will not be long. These sessions will not be long. And so I'm just going to go real briefly for those of you who are just coming in, like, oh my God, what did Miss Melody talk about? Or wait a minute, I think I missed something. Give me about 3 seconds. We're going to go back over it and then we're going to go ahead and close out. Okay, y'all? Now, again, for the next couple of weeks, we're going to be talking about unexpected challenges. And the reason why we're talking about these unexpected challenges is just like Commissioner Bailey said, Miss Melody, slow down. And so I've learned, and I've come to accept that I like to go fast. I like to get it done, get it done. But just because I'm still going and going, it's unfair for me not to share this information, not to prepare those who I want to inspire so that you can aspire to your greatness, aspire to ensure that you're running high quality programs. And so, y'all, I'm just so thankful. Oh, you are welcome, Miss Stringer. You are welcome. You are always welcome. You, Miss Bailey, everybody else that has came are always welcome. I'm gonna come off real briefly because it's about time for me to get on up out of here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I promise not to be before you long because I am coming on late at night. But this is the time that I have available, and I am sticking to that time for you so that you can have information that you can use, regardless of if you're going through the accreditation process now or you're going to go through it later. Just know that the Early Childhood Educator Circle Time is here to help and support you. Your success is our success. And we know that success likes speed, but we will not put quality after the speed. Quality will give us the speed to get what we need. And if we have to go back to the drawing board, if we have to submit that piece of paper, if we have to find another way to make sure that we have everything that we need in a safe place, we're willing to do that. That's right. Come on, say it with me. I'm willing to take the extra step. I'm willing to do what I need. I am going to be successful. My program is going to be nationally accredited. I am an advocate for early childhood education and childcare. I am the best. My program is the best program for children and families. My classroom is a great and a nurturing place for children. Everything that we do in our program is for the best for children, families, and our community. And as long as you have that embedded in your heart, as long as you have that embedded at the front of your mind of what you're going to do and how you're going to serve the children, you're going to transform that program. Because in the front of your mind, you'll also understand that with that missing paperwork, we're going to start doing better with our training and our education of the staff. And even for those of you that are in the classroom, you're going to start being more self-sufficient. You're going to start taking control over your destiny because it is not the owner or the director's responsibility. I'm going to say that one more time. The owner and the director's responsibility is to ensure that you have what they need in order to run a successful program. Now, you becoming or earning a promotion, you knowing more knowledge, that's going to be up to you. And I want to challenge you to learn all that you can learn leadership skills, learn even more effective communication and conflict resolution because it's going to always be needed. Learn how to be a team player and build others that are around you because leadership doesn't start once you become a director. Leadership does not start once you get the position. Leadership starts with right now within. Okay, that's another conversation that we're going to have. Yes, that paperwork. Do not let it discourage you. 20 plus years of working with programs. The paperwork will not hold you back. You're going to get it. And I expect it to happen for you. All right, y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for joining us on tonight. It has been a pleasure to speak with you, to share with you. I'm looking forward to sharing with you again next Thursday. In between time, my DMs are always open. The DMs and the messages for the Early Childhood Educator Circle Time is always open. If we don't respond right then and there, that is because we are serving a program, but we will not forget you. You are important to us. And while you're yet waiting, stand there knowing that you are important and that you have the sauce. So thank you, everybody. Enjoy your night. Enjoy your day. If you're watching this replay, God bless you. And I'm wishing you all well and a wonderful day. Talk to you later.